Okay, more lightweight Group A action. We got Mounir on the right and Rob on the left. At this point in the bracket, Mounir is 1-2 and Rob is 0-2. So both these guys are pretty close in the standings. Mounir is working that 2-on-1 wrist grip. Pulls Rob right into his single leg. Very nicely done. Now let's see if Rob can counter. He's trying to fight to get his leg to the outside. That'll help create a frame. But Mounir puts him down. Now he's got to hold him for 3 seconds to get the points. And I would say at this point he has. But Rob has also got onto a guillotine. So in this situation, unless the 3 points have already expired, or 3 seconds, Mounir will have to escape this guillotine to get the points. It's either basically a submission is going to happen or the points will happen scenario. And he pops his head out. So at this point, Mounir has now scored 2. He's up 2-0 for that takedown. And more important than anything else, Mounir is on top. Anytime you're on top, you're going to have to use less energy compared to when you're on the bottom. Think about what usually happens when you're on bottom. You're usually pushing your partner away, using your legs and your arms in combination, trying to open up space. When you're on top of someone, it's totally different. You don't have to push them away. You have to just kind of lean into them. Now these guys are back standing. So from here, both guys looking for a grip. Mounir grips up and decides to pull guard this time. Now that was an interesting tactic by Mounir. He was successful in getting the takedown the first time. But if you think about this from a strategy perspective, it could be good for him to pull guard because most people have pretty good guards and their guards are difficult to pass. It's tough to pass someone's guard who's talented in a minute or two. So this could be a strategy choice by Mounir to pull guard. He could just be confident in his 2-0 lead, confident that he's going to be able to stop Rob from passing, and he could spend the rest of the match here, and if it ended, it would be 2-0. So a little bit of strategy at play. And in Rob's situation, he can't accept this. He has to try to at least force a half guard or look for a situation where he can create a pass or look to create a situation where he can force Mounir to turtle. If you're trying to pass and you can force them to turtle, that's almost just as good. And Mounir hit a nice hook sweep there. Watch again. See how Mounir has both feet on the inside? Now, see what he's doing with his left arm? He's blocking Rob's arm. Now he's going to tilt Rob to his left and start to lift. See that foot rising in the air? As he puts his left toes on the floor, that gives him an extra push to put Rob down for the sweep. So now Mounir is up 4-0. And the pressure's all on Rob now at this point to try to tie the score or fight to get a submission. Mounir can really take his time, slow the game down, and just look to use gravity on his side. He's just got to try to lean into Rob, just tries to try to play it safe, not expose himself to a submission, just try not to get overextended. He looked to hit a leg drag there. He tries to enter back for the knee cut. Rob can be pretty difficult to hold down. You see him make some space there again. Mounir still has the ankle. He's using that to enter for the leg drag style pass. Moving to his right. Now he's able to get by the knee. He runs to north-south. He's doing his best to hold the pass, but Rob's trying to scramble and get away from him. Some nice guard work and guard passing here. And we reset, kind of back to a neutral open position. Mounir still has that ankle. Rob should try to foot circle anytime Mounir has that ankle. Just a little foot circle will help get that away from him. Rob stands up again. And Mounir pulls guard. And that was a very smart move by Mounir. Just like the last time, but now he has an even bigger lead. And if it was me, I wouldn't fight for a takedown if I was up 4-0. I'd pull guard because even if the guy passes, which is not likely to happen, I'm still winning 4-3, right? In Mounir's situation, even if Rob did pass, he wouldn't want to turtle and give an opportunity to give the back because that would be potentially 4 points. So if you have a lead, that's going to take more than one score. Like if you're up more than 2-0 and you end up standing, if you're confident in your guard, it's a good idea to pull. And in this situation right now, Mounir is on a Kimura from half guard. He thought better of it and released because remember, he doesn't have to do anything extreme or desperate. He's just basically got to keep busy and he can win this one by points. And even if Mounir isn't able to use this Kimura to actually submit Rob, it just keeps him busy. If he can keep Rob thinking defense instead of offense, then he's likely going to win this one. And Rob, you can tell he feels like he knows he has to make something happen, so he's really doing everything he can to try to pass. And if I was Rob in this situation, I would use more side-to-side movements. You can become too predictable when you're passing if it's all to one side. Even just a simple change of direction can really throw the guy off and open up opportunities. But right now, Rob is only moving to his left, which he's still making things difficult for Mounir, but it would make it really tough if he was able to change direction, especially from an open guard situation. Now, he was able to get his leg out and force a front headlock here. Now, he's fighting to get the hooks in. He's got one hook in. Rob should look to break Mounir down, but instead he tried to go for the arm lock, and in my opinion, that was the wrong move. So let's look again. Remember, Rob's only down 4 points. If he can secure the back with both hooks, the score would be tied. So he's able to remove his leg from Mounir's half guard. Now, Mounir went to a turtle, so Rob quickly switched to attack the turtle. Now you're going to see his left hook go in. But what Rob should have done in this situation is try to use his right hand on Mounir's hip and break him down to his left. Instead, he was just a little over-aggressive, and he tried to go for the arm lock without having both hooks. So in this situation, Rob's not going to be able to score points anymore because you don't get points for this position. You get points for back control. So it's fine. It's just a missed opportunity. Obviously, if you get the submission, you win the match. But attacking an arm lock from turtle, I'm not going to say don't do it, but it's not the highest percentage move. Taking the back with hooks and going for the choke is something you see a lot more often than successful arm lock attacks from turtle. It's a lot more difficult to do. Both of your chests are facing the floor. You're going to have to turn your partner over. It takes quite a lot of skill to arm lock someone from turtle. And what you see a lot of the time is just what happened. The situation just kind of falls apart. The arm lock opportunity is now gone, and Mounir's settled into top half guard. So there would be no points scored for either person in that situation. Even though Rob had Mounir under some pressure, he still wasn't able to score. So Rob's just got to slow it down and think about the position. Sometimes the position is the submission, right? I'm sure there's a Danaher post that says that somewhere. So Mounir takes that one on points, 4-0. Hopefully he's all right. He looks like he suffered a bit of a knee injury. But congratulations, great match.